And we're back for round one. Let's go ahead and look at this hand. We've got a Dutiful Throw we can play into a Guild Mage. That's actually a really good hand. So we're going to keep it. Let's see how we're on the clock. Okay, I wasted some time because I was out of the room for a minute, but so was our opponent, so we're fine. Red is not the color I want to be seeing here. It's going to be kind of hard to deal with an aggressive deck, although this hand is not terrible for it. We got our third land, that's good. Warjack Halberdiers is exactly the sort of aggressive card that is difficult to see. However, I'm willing to trade my Guild Mage for it, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Guild Mage off the trade. Smite is also an option, but I'm going to save that for later. I'd rather use my actual removal since I have so little of it for some of the harder things to deal with. So, we're going to go ahead and keep going, see how this goes. Next turn, probably Basilica Guards. It's better than Key Rune because, again, we're not really ramping to much with the Key Rune. And we don't need the red right away. Could also Key Rune and hold up Smite, so if he gives me a reason to do that, I will. I'm going to go ahead and block. He could definitely have a trick. He could have the one that gives flying and first strike, but I'm willing to trade my Guild Mage for his trick if I need to. Yeah, it looks like he's got something. Okay, he's got a Blood Rush guy. That's fine. I really want to keep him off Battalion, so I'm willing to trade guys like that. Okay, we're seeing some removal. That's really good here. I'm going to go ahead and play the guards. Again, I'm willing to trade that for a Blood Rush guy. Blood Rush guys are basically bad removal too. Oh, I should have attacked. I clicked through it because I'm talking. I'm not used to talking while I play. Anyway, Blood Rush guys are basically bad removal, so it's kind of like they're the opposite of Smites. So sometimes you just lose your guys to it. 5-alarm fire is a problem. So we're going to have to minimize the damage he's doing as much as we can. If he attacked, I would have gladly double blocked, trading the Dutiful Throw. But all right, let's go ahead and get the Knight of Obligation out. Again, we really want to develop a board. We'll have 2 Extort. So we really want to get as much going on the board as we can. Now we really want to draw either of our bombs because we'd be able to play it after we play the Key Rune. Again, I haven't played against 5-alarm fire much yet, but it is kind of scary to me just because, you know, the red-white deck tends to just have a million dudes, and we're not super good at handling that right now. This is a problem because now we can't really block it effectively. We could trade 2 guys for it, but I'm not willing to do that, especially when he could have a Blood Rush trick to blow us out. So I'm going to wait on that. We can Executioner Swing or Smite him later. If he does attack, at least we get to get in for 3 back at him. Oh, he's on the really defensive plan. That's kind of good for us. Mental Vapors is not terrible since you know, it would make him discard one of his 2 things, which, as he gets down in cards, would tend to be better and better. However, right now, I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Dutiful Throw. I could Mental Vapors. No, I don't have enough mana to Mental Vapors and attack with the Throw. I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Throw. If he blocks, I will regenerate and then Executioner Swing him. So we have a plan. If he does not, I'll probably play the Key Rune and hold up Smite. He probably will block because it'll give him a 5-alarm fire counter. No, he's afraid of something. That's cool. He's actually been playing very defensively, which I would like to take advantage of. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play the Key Rune. I will go ahead and Extort once. So I'll go ahead and put put these on the stack, always yield to these, and I'll do the first one. There are some things you don't want to auto-yield to. For example, the green enchantment that gives a +1/+1 counter during your opponent's upkeep. We would not want to yield to just in case we had a damage spell that could do it before the counter but not after. Okay, so we're going to block. We're going to smite. He may not be seeing it because the Key Rune is a less obvious source of white mana, or he may just be willing to get the smite out of our hand because he's got to eventually. It's not quite a 2-for-1 because he keeps the Riot Gear, but at least it gets rid of that stupid creature we've been frustrated with. If he doesn't have a good blocker for all of our creatures, I'm really excited to get Mental Vapors out. Of course, he's got a bunch of lands out, so he's probably able to play whatever's in his hand. But, we'll see. What's he got? Oh, he started tapping before his second main phase. Okay, I was trying to figure out. I need to keep an eye on time. Again, I haven't recorded before, so this is all new to me, so I don't want to spend all of my time talking and not really keep up. So this channel is something I'm kind of just experimenting with. I may not mess with it. I may just delete everything, and you guys may never even see I've done this. Or I may keep doing it in practice. I'm not very good at this. I tend to be kind of shy and not talk very well in public, or certainly for recordings. But it's something I'd like to work on, so that may be this may be one way for me to do it. Additionally, I'm on the Kitchen Finks Magic podcast. You may know me from there. That is another thing that I've been kind of doing as a self-improvement thing, but to get better at Magic and have fun talking with people and also get better at speaking, which is nice. Okay, there's a 2/1. He doesn't really want to block our 2/4. If he doesn't play another guy, I'll probably run out Mental Vapors. Okay, he's playing something else. I was going to say, oh, he's equipping. That's not terrible. Okay, I can attack with the Dutiful Throw and the Knight of Obligation. He'll block 1. I can Executioner swing him if I want to. I can actually Mental Vapors, make him block maybe the Dutiful Throw to get my 2 damage in. I could, that's instead of extorting if I want to hold up the Executioner swing. Is it worth the 2 damage for holding up the Executioner swing? Probably not. I'm not that concerned about the Bond Core yet. So I'm going to go ahead and Mental Vapors, make him discard 1. Really, if it's bad now, it's always going to be bad. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Extorts, make him discard, see what he's got. If he had Smite, okay, actually I'm going to hold up 1 Swan, so that I can regenerate, of course. That way, if he does Smite or something, then it's harder for him to deal with. Yes, we always want to Cipher. I'm curious to know a time when it's not worth ciphering, but I guess that's not a May ability. But again, maybe if your opponent has Hexproof, you would have to target yourself, so you'd want to say no. That's kind of interesting edge case. So yeah, he'll probably block the throw, which means we'll get 2 free damage through. That means that his last card in hand is not just a land, you know, it's probably something worthwhile. So, oh yeah, that gives him a 5-alarm fire. Oh well, that is not ideal, but again, we've got the swing to deal with it later if we need. Okay, so he's wasted OK removal on a Dutiful Throw. I don't feel too bad about that, even though it was carrying our extort. But again, that may have been the card he was holding on to, so it may not even matter. I think I will go ahead and attack with the Knight of Obligation and Executioner Swing. That kind of leaves both sides in top deck mode, hoping to draw something good, but really that's pretty close to where we were anyway. Okay, so he has dealt damage because there's damage on my guy, so I can go ahead and do this. I can go ahead and get some extorts in. Tap it out, and just say yes to both. Okay, so we cleared his board. We've got some extorters. He's got one additional card in hand. Let's hope it's nothing too great. That's a bad sign. That's not really what we were hoping for. Maybe I should have held on to the Executioner Swing. We'll see. He's got 2 counters on his 5-alarm fire. Thankfully, his deck doesn't seem to be all that creature heavy, so he seems to be having a bit of difficulty getting as many counters on as he'd like. Maybe he just is land flooded. Maybe that's why, because I guess most of his creatures, or most of the spells he's played, are creatures. I guess 5-alarm fire, riot gear, and massive raid are not. So it's a decent amount from 9 creatures so far, but this could just be a particularly spell-heavy hand. Alright, what do we got? Another Bomber Core. Is he going to equip it? Yes, looks like. Oh, he's equipping the Urbis Protector. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. We really need to see some spells here, otherwise this is going to be a real short draft. In addition to playing Magic, I play kind of a lot of other games. I play Go. I may actually record some games of me playing Go online. To put up on my YouTube channel. Go is not the, Counter-Strike Go. It is the, it is an ancient Chinese game, which there are a number of clients that let you play on the internet. So, a combination of modern technology with an ancient board game. It's actually a really cool game. You kind of build fences to try and surround territory, which is pretty fun. Alright, swapping his riot gear all around. Still not really hitting much of anything. This will let us extort twice, but with this 5-alarm fire ticking up, that's getting scary. He's not doing that great on life total himself. There's a chance we can... definitely if we draw our bombs, we'll be okay. Obsidat would be a wonderful answer here. He would be able to save the 5-alarm fire for Obsidat, but at least it would make him. And it would also get us in some damage and, generally be good. Also, maybe I could wait until after he used the 5-alarm fire to drop Obsidat, although things are getting pretty tight on us doing that. I don't know. I would be tempted to attack with Bomber Core and Urbis Protector just to get more 5-alarm fire counters, but that's probably not actually worth it. It's tempting though. Okay. So many lands. Dropping another land just in case we need it for the extort. If we don't draw something soon, we're pretty dead. He's got 5, 10 damage next turn. That would put us to 1. We can block everything else, but it's getting real dicey. That's not at all what I would have done with that. I totally expected he would use that to my face so that he could get us to 1. Again, he'd need something else to finish us off, but sometimes you can just make your opponent have to have an answer. Like, if you can get them to 1 and have some decent creatures on the board, you can say, alright, can you stop me? Because eventually he's going to get something. Or he'll get another 5-alarm fire or something. But really, he's going to try and go there all the way on the Angel. The fact that he's not changed the equipment over means he may have one of the 7-drop primordials. I'm thinking the white one, because otherwise it's got haste, so he would have played it before combat. Otherwise he may just be getting lazy because we're not playing anything. Which is a possibility, but I'm betting he's got the white primordial. Oh, Night Watch. Okay, that's fine. He still would have been able to equip it, so I'm not sure why he did that. I guess we're not playing the best either, so we'll see. Okay, we can discard. Actually, he's just got so many guys, we're not going to be able to do anything about it. I don't want to show him Purge the Profane. We could see the card that's in his hand, but I don't really think that it's worth showing him that we're that intent on making him discard. Okay. Anything that removed flyers would be swell. We don't really have it. Are there any other cards we would consider siding in? Not really. Short of trying to switch over to red-white, which isn't that great. I could drop something for the Molten Primordial and swap in another mountain. That would not be the worst. Again, we might just need to kind of steal wins. Is it worth dropping Purge the Profane for that plane? No, let's give it a shot. No, not Assault Griffin. Drop a Swamp, because that's what we were super heavy on. Include a mountain. Include the Molten Primordial. This is kind of speculative, but again, our deck is bad enough that we might just need to steal wins, and that guy can do it. Oh, 7 later. No, we do not want that. This is not too bad. Beckon Apparition will become live. We've got colors for Guildmage. Maybe we'll try and hold Guildmage off for not trading, so we can start using his ability, but we need to get a ton of creatures for lifelink to be that reasonable, so it might not be good enough. I'd like to see a black so that we can get her Death Cult out. He's maybe stuck on white mana for right now. That's okay. We could lifelink, but really we want to develop a board, so I'm going to attack and then use Syndic of Tides. I'll start getting it out there. Also, there's some synergy between Extort and the Guildmage. I can make it lose more life if I feel like it's really a race to 0. Again, that's a lot of mana for 1 extra. Okay, this time we probably will give one of our creatures lifelink, just because it's unlikely that Beckon Apparition will become live right away. We're going to go ahead and attack, see if he's got some answer to it. I don't think he does. I think he's just stuck on white. Wait till the last moment. Target creature gains lifelink. Put it on him, because I would much rather keep my Guildmage right now. And get some damage in. That's not great, but again, if he doesn't have anything. Also, if we draw any land, we get the Assault Griffin, which will help. Unfortunately, he finally got there. 4 mana. Oh! And he's got Giddy Up. That's a real problem. Unfortunately, Gideon cannot, or unfortunately for him, Gideon cannot block. We could attack him all out and try and keep Gideon under control, or we could say, nice Mythic, let's race. I guess he can be a 7/7, so I'm not sure I can erase it. So for right now, let's go ahead and hit Gideon some, get him down where he belongs. Play the Assault Griffin, which can help get through. So you know, extort is target player loses life, so you cannot use that to deal damage to planeswalkers. There's actually a lot of things that say lose life in this set. That can be relevant for a lot of little interactions. Okay, he's just going to keep ticking up. If he doesn't play anything else, we could kill him. Otherwise, we can use the Assault Griffin to kind of keep him under control a little bit. Which looks like what we're doing. Still, Beckon Apparition is not live. Firemane Avenger will be very, very good once we can actually cast it. Since we don't have anything else we can play, we're going to go ahead and probably give the Assault Griffin lifelink, so we can get up a little bit more of a barrier. We still have Beckon Apparition up if he kills a creature, so that is an option. Unfortunately, we have several creatures out, which helps Gideon grow, but there's not much else we can do about it right now. I think the ideal draw next turn would be a Mountain, just so that we can get the Avenger online. That can deal damage to a player, so we can redirect that to Gideon if we need to. I'm wondering if I would have been better off just dealing damage to my opponent, but then he would have had a good chance to either ultimate or to just start attacking us with really, really huge stuff. That's a pain. It's going to be difficult to deal with him having that many creatures. Okay, since we're lifelinking, we can really afford to take a couple of damage. It's unfortunate that they have Vigilance, but there's really nothing we can do about it at this point. I could block with a Syndic just to get one of our creatures off the board so that his Gideon stops growing as fast, but I don't really think that's worth it. Yeah, this is getting into the realm of too much, especially if we're not drawing live. Guild Mages are very good mana sinks, but again, if you don't have any mana, then it becomes a problem. Yeah, he's just content to keep my Assault Griffin kind of tapped down, dealing with him, plus he's gradually going up. I will probably block with a Syndic this turn. Maybe I should have before. I can make an apparition with it if I need to. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're running out of outs here. I'm not sure that our mythic creature would be enough. Gonna keep the guild gauge around just so we can get lifelink and we can trade later if we need to. Unfortunately, that's 3 at a time. This is a problem. It's a land, it's not really the land we wanted, and it's kind of too late. Let's see, we can get rid of the Wojak Halberdiers. We can keep flying at Gideon. I guess the show goes on. It's tempting to get rid of the Guild Mage, but I'm not sure we can afford to right now. Is it worth just going at him? I hate to say it, especially because we spent this long keeping Gideon under control, but we may not have another way to win than just to race him. He's gotten too much board advantage. I think we might just have to go for it. Which is unfortunate that we put it off this long, because maybe we would have won by now. But again, I think we really wanted to keep Gideon under control and draw into some of our options. Like, you know, a single mountain would have gone a long way here. Alright, Humming Lighten takes care of the Guild Mage. He's going to get in for a bunch of damage. He's got 3, 5, 9, 14, 16. Alright, with 5 alarm fire, he's got lethal. So it gives a good game. Obviously, this draft is not ideal, but sometimes that's how it goes. We did at least get our Obs to that. Fire Main Avenger, I wonder if that's playable in some decks. I might mess with that sometime. Well, thanks for watching.